Good day, everybody. This is Doug, the Modeling Hermit, and I'm back with an interesting project. This was going to be for a box stock build, but I discovered that it had already been started. I'd actually been a rebuilder, and so I decided to go a different route. Mostly what I bought this for to start with was for the box. I didn't really pay that much attention to what was in it. I was getting a really good deal, and was getting a good deal on just the box even. So finding out there was a model still in it, that was gravy, let me tell you. But the problem is that, okay, so this is 63. A lot of 64 kits are still out there, convertible and the hard top. They were made in just a stock version in the, let's see, 1970s or 1980s, maybe both. They were in, I can't remember, the USA Oldies, I want to say, was the name of the kits that came in. But anyway, this is 63. So it has been started, and it doesn't look like they actually ever finished it. I think they started it and just never got it finished. So anyway, I'm going to be working on that. The body's really good, beautiful. A little bit of minor work on it here and there, but it looks pretty good shape. Interior's got seat belts glued in. I'll see what I can do about those. And then the chassis has had pieces of it glued in, and the motor has been partially assembled. But mostly it's still pretty much unassembled. This is a lot of the interior parts and all the parts actually on this, even some customizing parts for it. We're not going to customize it though. I'm going to go back stock. So anyway, yeah, we'll just see what happens here. I've got the instructions, and kind of cool instructions. Let's see, what else we have. We have there's a set of wheels that have never been used. Hubcaps rather. Some customizing parts in there. Some chrome on it. And then some white wall tires. And there's the hood, and it's in good shape. So yeah, we're going to see what happens with this in here. Just start working on it. My only concern is back in here someplace, we have the windshield for it. Somebody's had a good time with that. My guess is that whoever was building this to start with got a bunch of glue or something on the windshield and tried to sand it out or something, looks like to me, and then just gave up on the kit after that. Would be my guess. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting, is that they screwed up the windshield and said to heck with the whole kit. But I'm going to see what I can do about buffing out that windshield if I can, trying to save it. If I can't, I'll dig out another windshield out of my parts boxes. So anyway, we're going to see what happens with this in here. Well, we've been working on this little 1963 Cadillac from Johan, and got it all put together, and yeah, it was quite a bit of work. I think the last thing I showed you was that windshield, and I was wondering about that for a while. Let me tell you what, but it came out really pretty decent. I was surprised. I mean, they'd really sanded that thing, and I spent, probably a little over an hour, probably closer to an hour and a half actually, just on that windshield alone, trying to fix that. That was the worst part of the car. I chose just a maroon color. It's actually Tester's Mythical Maroon, 1838 MT Mythical Maroon for the interior, and then just a basic flat red for the maroon for the exterior, basic flat red for the interior. I'll get that right. I had there was a whole bunch of hubcaps and tires in there. I kind of had to pick out the best tires. Man, those things are rock hard. And then there was probably 8, 9, 10, something like that, hubcaps. So I picked out the best hubcaps from the bunch. This was 1963, not the 1964, which was reissued, but the original 1963 Cadillac convertible from Johan, which is the 62 series, not the Eldorado. And that's the box for it there. And it's got some all kinds of goodies that were in it. And most of those are actually still in the box. A few things are missing, but most of them were still in the box. A whole bunch of extra parts. Mostly the racing parts were what was gone out of it there. And I think the convertible top, but I don't use the convertible tops anyway. I always like my convertibles open, real car and model. So, didn't do anything. I mean, this is pretty well built, box stock. I planned on, now the grill is driving me nuts because it does not want to come up where it's supposed to and stay there. I'll get it up where it's supposed to go, and then it drops right back down again. And, yeah, that's the problem that they had with those ones where they screwed in. You kind of took what you could get. So anyway, I'm actually thinking, if it weren't for the fact that I don't really want to ruin the value of this car. I mean, I'm an old guy. Somebody's going to get that someday, and my kids are around to sell it or something, so I don't really want to mess around too much with it. Otherwise, I'd cut out those places where it screws in and just glue it separate, and that would take care of that problem. So basically, this was built box stock. I thought originally I was going to enter the Assemblers Unite group build on YouTube and enter this, but it turned out to be that this was way too much of a rebuilder. And yeah, and it was, believe me, it was a pretty big mess actually that I had to work with. So I went ahead and I did build it box stock, straight from the box, but I didn't. Let me get the box out of the way so that you can see the car here. So I didn't do anything extra with it except for just mainly cleaning and fixing up some things. They had a little bit of glue on the body, but nothing major. That cleaned up pretty good. The engine, I repainted that, or I did paint it. You really can't see it in there. But so I didn't do a whole lot to it. But it was still a fun build. I mean, we're talking about, a 1963. I mean, it's the same as 64 generally, but one thing I should have done was the bar across the grill. That center bar on the 63, that was painted body color. And I did not paint that. I probably should have. And I may still yet. So anyway, this was fun because, I mean, it really took me back to my early days of building. I did build one of these when I was a child. Well, would have been maybe 10 years old or something like that at that time, 10, 12. So I did build this back then. So the memories are there of that type of thing. And, yeah. So we're just going to close this one out and just thank everybody for watching. And don't forget to subscribe. And, before we get into all that, let me say, any chance you get to get one of these old kits, especially if you can get them at, the price that I got this and, which anything, less than 100. And we'll call this less than 100. I mean, not much, but a little less than 100 that I spent for this car. Anytime you can do that, go ahead and grab one and build it. I mean, it really takes you back, especially as old guys. I mean, let yourself go back to your childhood, to your youth and such, and just enjoy building these things. And I really did enjoy building this. And there was a 65 Lincoln that I did for the Assemblers Unite group build. That too took me back. And it's just, and luckily that one's been re-released. There's a 64 version of this and the USA Oldies version from Joanne. And that, actually the prices on that are getting just about up to what this one is too. But yeah, take yourself back, enjoy reliving the days of your youth. I mean, yeah, we do them better now. We do better paint jobs and such, but it still takes us back. So anyway, with that nostalgia trip over, this is Doug, the Modeling Hermit, and I'm off the air, and I'm gone.